you over here? Like, do y'all do?
Ryan, what are you
Hey Barb, how you been? You good, sweetheart? I'm just over here laughing at some social media stuff. People are always posting up things of crazy ass people doing crazy things. It's insane how many stupid people there is. Absolutely crazy. You woke up feeling crappy today? Oh no, that's not good. Are you taking anything? You take too much bullshit? Well, you know how that is. Oh, you took an allergy pill, so you got shitty allergies. That's not good. Yeah, maybe drink some water, get some rest. That certainly helps. That's for sure. A lot of people get allergies this time of year because the trees are all pollinating and growing and shit. So I don't really have allergies, thank God. One of my main issues I have is itchy ears. My ears itch a lot. And I went to the doctor years ago and they said to put a drop of alcohol and a drop of vinegar in each ear every day. And I don't do it every day, but I only do it when it's really bad. But my ears usually itch a lot when I go to sleep. Sometimes it actually wakes me up out of my sleep. And it's always my left ear too. Always my left ear. But what I do is I put hydroperoxide in my ear to clean it out every now and then, disinfect it, and it works. It helps. Hey Ninja, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm here, you know, chilling like a villain. It's been a nice day today. Nice and cool. Sun's out. It's like got a nice breeze. Yeah, I can't complain. This morning I took my mom and dad. Well, my dad went to his doctor's appointment, and I took my mom to the city so she can go get some stuff. And then I'm here. He's better. He's walking more. His his feet are getting less swollen, and he got his checkup today, and they said that he just needs to heal, and he can't drive or anything like that. And his heart is like at 30%. But I don't believe that, man. That's fucking bullshit to me. But like he's never out of breath or anything. So I'm like, if your heart's fucked up, usually you're out of breath. Or I guess that must be your lungs. I don't know. But because he's 81, they said his heart is at 30, between 30 and 35%. And he's got like a mild case of diabetes, and he's on medication and stuff like that. But he's eating a lot better, which is great. At one time, he lost a lot of weight, and the last week or so since he left the hospital, he's been eating a lot better. Mom is good. She's just frustrated to like deal with my dad. My dad is a handful. Like he's a pain in the ass, but like you just got to deal with him. At the end of the day, he needs help, and he's a very independent person. He doesn't like to like ask people for help. I mean, not too many people do, right? But he's not one of those like drama guys who like, yeah, help me, oh my God. He's not like that. He'll try to like make us, he'll try to walk and not inconvenience anybody. But like my mom's helping him here and there, but she gets fed up. My mom gets fed up on a regular basis. She's just like that. She's just the type of person that's like too dramatic. But she's okay then. She's all right. So my mom said my dad did some exercises today that were on the paper. He did a few things until he got fed up because a physiotherapist like helped him out 2 days ago, and he feels better since the physiotherapy. So the physiotherapist says, look, take a break tomorrow, and then on Friday do a little bit more, like do a little bit more at a time. And I've been telling him for ages now. He got knee surgery like 5 years ago. And I told him, and I said, after this knee surgery, you got to get like a pedal thing and pedal like your legs and keep your legs going. Your legs are your most important part of your body because if you can't walk, you're fucked. So he's like, yeah, yeah, I'll be all right, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, don't listen to me now. So the physiotherapist says you need to get one of those cycling things. I haven't got him one yet because he won't do it. He says, I don't want that. I'm like, all right, well, then you can suffer then. Not my problem. He's such a pain in the ass. He has to walk with his walker, but he's at the age where he's like, he doesn't really give a shit too much. But the main thing is he's much better than he was 2 weeks ago, which is, you know, the main thing. So hopefully he'll be okay. He wants to drive the car again, and he wants to go to church, and he wants to like go to the store in the car. He doesn't want me to do it all the time for them. And I'm like, look, I don't mind doing it. I don't care. I'll take you to your appointment. I'll take mom to the grocery store. I'm not taking you guys to church, though. That ain't happening because that's on Sunday, and you guys can deal with it. You can get your other one of your other kids to take you. That's one place I ain't going. I'm not gonna take him there. I ain't doing all that talk. Sundays is my days to chill. Your one of your other kids can take you, not me. And I told them they shouldn't be going to church anyway. All they got to do is turn on the TV and turn it to the church channel, and they can go through church right there. That's it. And I said the priest is so kind enough that he can come to your house every week, once a week, and give you guys, the body of Christ, the Eucharist, and all that. Give you a little blessing, a little prayer. He can do like a mini mass for you like he did like he did at the hospital. He can come to your home, chill out, give him a cup of tea. He'll pray for your asses, and that's it. Oh, I'm sure she would. Yeah, definitely for sure. Nah, people wouldn't. People, I know people joke around and they say shit like that, but I don't believe that. God accepts everybody, but he doesn't accept. He accepts people, but he doesn't accept their behavior. So as long as she ain't killed nobody, then and she hasn't gone against his commandments. Well, they say when you get a divorce, you're kind of like going to hell, but I don't believe that either. If that was the case, half the world would be in hell. Shit, I don't believe that. I believe that because that's what happened with my sister when she got a divorce. The kids were like, "Oh, they say in the Bible that if you got a divorce, you're going to hell and all that." I don't believe none of that shit because if that's the case, I wouldn't have saw a lot of people in spirit. So I don't believe those things. Divorce is a part of life. You're not really sinning. You're pretty much getting away from your sin. You're getting away from your mistake. It's okay to make mistakes. You're not perfect, but you know I think one of the biggest sins is like committing adultery, which is cheating, and like killing somebody and killing yourself. That's like the worst thing to me. That's like the worst sins in the world. And next after that is lying. So yeah, I can go down the list, but hey, to each their own. I think God. I think God. You know, I think God chooses whose mistakes can be forgiven. It's weird because when my friend committed suicide uh, last year, when my friend last year committed suicide back in February, he committed suicide. It's been over a year already. I went to the funeral and the bishop did the funeral. It wasn't a regular priest; it was a bishop, and he said some interesting things. He said, "Yeah, it's been a year already. It was February when he took his own life, and his birthday was in March. So time flies, Ninja. I tell you." So I remember that day like it was yesterday, and I was sitting in the church, and then he said, even though Michael took his life, he gave his life to God. And then I was like, okay. And he said, Michael was his name is Michael, obviously. Michael gave his life to God. He was at church every week. He participated in all the church functions. He gave to the church. He donated to the church. He gave his. Yeah, I've already communicated with him shortly after that. So I knew he's not in hell. And that's why, like I tell people, don't listen to those things because God chooses who goes there. Um, so uh, the bishop said, I know for a fact that the Catholic religion doesn't want a person who committed suicide to even be in the church because back in the day they had a rule: if you committed suicide and you were Catholic, they refused to do your funeral and refused to bury you in a Catholic cemetery area, or anything to do with the Catholic was like forbidden. And after a few years of all of that stuff, they changed the rules, right? And because a lot of religions, especially Catholic religions, they change the rules and the laws as they go on because the times change. But I tell people the Catholic religion is one of the worst. I'm a Catholic, but I don't like do what the Catholic religion says because the Catholic religion is one of the worst in my opinion because they change things, and in the Bible it doesn't even say anything about Catholic religion. So it's all like a bullshit type of scam to get you to worship something that is not even true. But when the bishop said that he knows that has Michael in a special place and he gave his life to God, he says even though he took his life, he still gave his life to God. And I was like, you know what? That's absolutely true. Like, you can commit suicide, but you can give your life to God at the same time. So you're pretty much like, you're doing wrong, but you say, God, I have to go. I have to come to you. I can't be in this world anymore. I gotta go. I can't handle this anymore. Or, I've had enough and I'm taking my life and I'm giving my life to you. Now that's different, that to me is like a whole, I still don't agree with it, but I still think that in Michael's case, I wish he would have never took his life. But sometimes you never know what a person goes through, and I know what he was going through. So I can't justify what he did, but I can say that only God can judge him. Can women be preachers? Well, apparently they say women can't. Women are only supposed to be in the kitchen, Barb. That's what they say. But I know a lot of smart women that are preachers and can be preachers, and they preach the truth all the time. But if women can't be preachers, then why are women automatically now in the Catholic religion allowed to be an altar girl? If women can't be preachers, then why does the Catholic religion have altar girl servers now? So they're contradicting themselves. That's why I don't like the Catholic religion too much. I don't have to like the religion, but I'm going to keep worshiping God. So the Catholic religion is constantly contradicting themselves. You don't want women preachers. Women can't do this in the church, but you want to hire little girls to be altar servers. That shit don't make no sense. It should never be that. Why'd you change it? You know why? Because a lot of young men don't want to be in the church. I was an altar boy for 8 years. And I served in probably almost every Catholic church in Bermuda. I loved it. I loved being an altar boy. It was a thing for me. It made me feel good. It made me feel more connected to God. It made me feel like I can be myself and like serve God in a different way. So that was me personally, even though I got a lot of shit for doing it. I got teased a lot, but I didn't care. That's why I'm in a better place than most people who were talking shit. Yeah, that's my point. You know what I mean, Barb? That's my point. Is like the Catholic religion, even here in Bermuda, they've changed the words, their responses. Like we used to say, "Thanks be to God," in a response. Like you would say, "Let's pray for us," so blah 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 blah. And we would say, "Thanks be to God," right? Now they say, "Thanks be to Spirit," or they say, "Yes, blah blah blah, Spirit." So when you take the word of God out of a sentence, and I know God is a spirit, yes, but why take God's name off and put spirit in its replacement? God's already a spirit, so leave it alone. Don't change it from God to spirit. You should have changed spirit to God. Or you should have just left it the fuck alone where it belongs. So when I went to church these past couple years to be the sponsor and godfather of my nephews, when I was listening to the responses, I'm like, this is all ass backwards now. And I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not saying. I still say it the original way. It's dumb. So the Catholic religion has a lot of flaws, in my opinion, and that's why I stopped going. Because if you don't leave it alone, then why change it for the worse? You're not changing anything for the better. And who are you to change That who gives you the authorization to do that? You know what I'm saying? Did you ask your church community? Did you ask everybody? Did you ask all the Catholics if they want to change those words? You didn't. You didn't ask me. And I would have been totally, because they know that we would never want to change those things. That's like you changing the Our Father and the Hail Mary and the Rosary. Is that next? You know? Like who the fuck you think you people are? And you know, one of the worst things they do in the church is make a mockery out of Jesus. And what I mean by that is during Christmas, right? I've seen that the Portuguese Catholics have a different way of their church ceremonies too. They're all a bunch of corrupt people, right? They all do dumb shit. But one time in the Portuguese religion, the church during Christmas time, they had a replica of baby Jesus, like a doll. And they had like, and people would come up and kiss the baby's feet. And I thought that was the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen in church, you know? And they also have the healing of the throats, where they have these candles crisscross and they put it around your throat and they do like a prayer. Like, oh, that shit's bullshit to me. That's a mockery. You're disrespecting the church. All right, Barb, take care, sweetheart. Hope you feel better. When I talk like this, my mom and dad get so mad. They like, oh, you don't understand. You know, I said, no, no, you guys don't understand. This is all like a mockery. You can't be disrespecting Jesus like that, and God and all that. You can't do that shit. You should never do that. One time somebody told me that one of the biggest disrespectful things is keep wearing a cross on your chest. And I'm like, how is that disrespectful? And they're like, oh, because you're showing everybody, what happened to Jesus. And I'm saying, yeah, I'm showing him on the cross dead, because that's what he did for us. He sacrificed his life for us, you stupid ass. That's what that symbol is. You know? Like, don't you understand that that's the symbol? That's why we're here. That's why we have free will, because he sacrificed his life for us. Duh. So it's not disrespectful for wearing it. You're just showing people that, hey, this is what my savior did for me. And it's okay if you want to, if your opinion is you don't like the fact that people wear crosses and do all that shit, then that's your opinion. That's cool. Don't wear it then. It's not my problem. Don't wear it. There's nowhere in the world that says you should. But why people do it? Ask them why. They do it to show you who sacrificed for you. Duh. But talking about religion can be, people get very sensitive. They act like they know everything about religion. And I certainly don't. But I know one thing, the religion that I was brought up in is all corrupt. That's why I don't go church no more. And when I do go church, I want to leave as fast as I can. Because I don't like the fact that a bunch of dirty hoods go to church and a bunch of sinners and a bunch of pieces of shit walk into that church. And I'm looking at them saying, how the fuck could you even walk in here? You don't have no shame in your face. I know so many, disgusting people that go to church, and they think because they go that they're gonna be relieved of their sins. You keep thinking that. That's what you think, but it ain't gonna happen. I can guarantee you that. But hey, that's their problem, not mine. I don't like to go because I don't want to see those type of people there. And another reason is they've changed everything, and I don't like the way they've changed it. If they changed it for the better, then that's different. Another thing that the bishop does here in Bermuda is he plays video clips on a big like screen for people to watch during his homily. And I'm like, bruh, this isn't church. This is dumb. Like, you're showing people like videos on on YouTube or whatever about some bullshit. Like, you're supposed to be talking about the Bible and what Jesus did. You're not supposed to be showing some videos of some bullshit that people are doing or whatever. Like, this is your time to talk. You're supposed to talk for 20 minutes and tell us why we should be here. And then he says, "Oh, I'm trying to make things, better. I'm trying to make church better for the young people." No, bro. You know what the problem is? Is this generation does not care about church. This generation doesn't want to go to church because you dumbasses have give children too much leeway. Children have too much rights. Children have too much leeway. Children can do whatever they want. Whereas back when I was growing up, we didn't have no rights. It's either you do what your parents tell you, or we're gonna cut your fucking ass and beat the shit out of you, and we're gonna ground you. Nobody even talks about getting grounded anymore, getting slapped up by their parents. Because if that's the case, you're gonna go to jail for beating your own kid, for trying to teach him what's right and what's wrong. And now you can go when you're 10, 12 years old in some states in America, you can change your gender and change your sex. What type of fucking world are you living in? You must be crazy. You know? Back then we didn't have no rights. You done what your parents told you, or else something bad was gonna happen to you. And you were scared. Children were more scared of their parents back then than they are now. The problem is children having children, and then mothers and fathers not doing what they're supposed to do. Like, make sure you scold your children. Make sure you tell them what's right from wrong. Don't be too buddy with them. You're a mother you're a mother and a son, and a mother and a daughter, father and a son, father and daughter. You're not fucking buddies. No. There's no buddy shit. You could be close, but not close where you disrespect each other every day or talk to each other like you want. That's not right. And that's the biggest problem in society, and the biggest problem in the world today. Is too many mothers and fathers think that, oh, it's okay for my daughter, my son to do whatever they want because I had such a strict life, and I don't want my kids to live that. Yeah? Well, where is it getting you? Shut your ass up. When I hear these young people talking, I'm like, yeah, talk to me like that again. I'll take out your goddamn teeth. You ain't talking to me like that. Just like I tell my nephews, who you think you're talking to? Don't be carrying on like that around me. I'll beat your ass. And they don't say nothing back because they know I'll do it. That's like my father and my mother. If I ever swore at him, they'll beat my ass. That's why I would never do it. I still don't swear in front of my parents. I've never said fuck in front of my parents ever, because they would fucking slap the shit out of me. And today I don't do it because it's just disrespectful. I'll say shit or like damn it, but like saying other like bad, even in Portuguese, I don't swear like in Portuguese around them either, because I have respect for my parents. They taught me to not do that type of shit. Is disrespectful. And none of my aunts and uncles were like that either. And a lot of my friends back then, they'll tell you, we weren't allowed to swear at home, and we have curfews and all that. No, these kids have too much shit, too much to do. And now they have phones, they can talk to people anytime they want. Man, that's some bullshit. And then everybody's spoiling their kids. Oh, because I didn't have this when I was young, so I'm going to give them everything. If you keep giving your kids too much, they're going to take advantage of that. And then when they don't get what they want, they're going to start going crazy. And guess whose fault that is? Yours. Because you didn't raise your kid like how you was raised. That's why this world and this generation is all fucked up. Because I have rights. I'm a woman, but I want to be a man. Or I'm a man, I want to be a woman. I'm going to cut my breasts off and I want to be a man, and I'm still gonna have a vagina, but I'll just go get a strap on and act like a guy. You fucking delusional bitch. Shut up. What? That's why God didn't give me no kids, man, I'm telling you. And I'm actually grateful I don't. Because if my kid ever came home to me and said, Dad, I know you don't like, this stuff, but I want to be this, or I'll be like, yeah, okay, sure. See that door right there? Don't let it hit you on the ass on the way up. Oh, but no buts. Go ahead, bye. See you later. Go live with your auntie. Go live with your uncle. Go live somewhere else. And if your mother don't like it, she can go too. Whoever don't like it can go. I ain't dealing with that shit. I would disown my child if they want to do that dumb shit. Because I didn't raise you like that. And don't tell me that ain't no mental fucking shit. That's mental shit. Because when you're in school, and before you're in school, and when you're born, who the fuck do you see? You see your mom and your dad. So what fucking planet are you living on where that's changed? Yeah, you would, huh? You keep thinking that you're gonna do that shit around me. Oh no. Oh no. And I blame a lot of Americans for making that happen, because one of the only places in the world you hear about that dumb shit is America. And that's why, thank God for Donald J. Trump. God bless you, brother. Keep making America great again. Keep women out of men's sports and keep men out of women's sports. That's your shit, bro. Man is a man and a woman is a woman. Fuck off with that shit. That's one thing I don't like at all. That shit's so annoying. When I see that shit on TV, or I see how like a guy can dress up like a woman and go into a woman's bathroom, are you mental? You can be a transgender all you want, but make sure you go into the right bathroom, bro. You ain't going in there. Hell, there ain't no fucking stand-up parties for you in the women's bathroom, jackass. And if you're a man and you have to sit down to pee, that means your pee-pee is a pee-pee. So if that's the case, that's your problem. Stay out of that. Stay out of them bathrooms, bro. Fucking delusional. There's a lot of mental health going on. A lot of mental people. It's really sad. It really is. But you know what? It's because the devil's working overtime. The devil's on a rampage right now. He wants to get everybody on his side. And he's succeeding because he probably has a good percentage of the world on his side right now, unfortunately. Very sad. The devil is working overtime. Yeah. All right, Ninja. Take care. Nice seeing you too. Yeah, thanks. I hope everybody's good on your side too. Hey, KP. He said the best thing I ever earned was my sanity. You can't take it away. Yeah, exactly. I agree. I always tell everybody, I don't mind what you do. Just make sure, you're not disrespecting people like when you do it. You know? Like I said just now, you could be a transgender all you want. Just make sure you're not disrespecting, the bathroom situation and all that. And like, don't do that dumb shit. That's disrespectful. Like, just you can be whatever you want. I'm against all those type of things, but I'm not gonna sit there and say I hope you die or something like that. You want to live your life the way you want, you go right ahead. But stay out of damn bathrooms and stop making your life difficult to be who you want to be. And that's what I tell people. you people want to change who you want to be, that's fine. Go ahead. You have free will to be who whatever you want. But why are you making it difficult? Are you making us try to why do you try to make people accept who you are? That's like me right now. There's a lot of people that don't agree with me being a medium or a psychic, right? So you're not going to come in here. But if you come in here and try and challenge me and tell me, oh, God's against this and blah, 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 I'm going to tell you whatever you think that's up to you. Don't come in my space and tell me what to do. I'm not telling you what to do. But if you're pushing your agenda on me and you want me to accept you, that's wrong. Nobody tells you have to accept God in your life. Nobody tells you have to accept the devil in your life. It's a choice. It's free will. So you do whatever you want, but don't disrespect the morals and values of life and what you're supposed to do and not supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You can be all those things you want to be. Just respect the boundaries of people. Is that so fucking hard? Some people, man, they just don't get it. There's so many things in this world that everybody's against something, right? A lot of people don't like this, don't like that. They don't want to, they don't accept psychics. They don't accept, people that are gay. They don't accept Catholics. They don't accept Muslims. They don't accept a lot of things, I don't care what you do. Just respect the program. Respect the, what's put in front of you, and respect the people. All because you want to do something, it doesn't mean we have to follow you. You see what I'm saying? There ain't gonna be no Cavs in 7. No. Hell no. See that jacket right here? There's gonna be another Clover on there this year. Cavs are barely making it across Miami. The last game you barely made it. But I tell you one thing about basketball is that it all depends on injuries. And right now the Celtics don't have Tatum for tonight. He's injured. And we barely won the last game without him. And tonight we play in Orlando. So it's going to be hard for the Celtics. I hope the Celtics will get another championship this year. We'll see. They're very capable of doing it. Yeah. We'll see. The Cavs are probably going to give us the hardest time. I'm sure we'll meet in the finals. But we're going to have a hard road. It's not going to be easy. I don't think these runs are going to be easy for both of us. Because Cavs are going to Miami now. It's going to be hard. Like Celtics are going to Orlando. It's going to be hard winning there. No, I don't. No, not anymore. I used to drink, but not anymore. I haven't had a drink in 8 years, and I used to smoke cigarettes and smoke weed, but I stopped all of that 8 years ago. I've been clean for 8 years. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be a hard road for a lot of those teams. It's not going to be like no sweeps and all that shit. I highly doubt it. Yep. And it's going to be tough in Orlando for the Celtics tonight too. I know it is. It's going to be tough. And when the Cavs, I believe the Cavs will go through, and they're going to face Indiana. And Indiana look really good. Well, as a diehard Celtics fan, when the Celtics when the Celtics um when the Celtics win, I'm very happy, obviously. But even when they, yeah, I've been a Celtics fan my whole life. So when they won the championship last year, it was like the best feeling in the world. And if they win again this year, I'll be even happier because it'll be a back-to-back championship, which hasn't happened in a very long time. Yeah, Ben is a good player. He's excellent, man. He's a great player. Orlando has a good team. Yeah, those young guys, they're ballers, man. They're gonna be great at home tonight. I know they will. I don't think the Celtics will lose, but it's gonna be close. It ain't gonna be no. It all depends because basketball and sports are so unpredictable, you know. But I'm praying Celtics win the whole thing. I really do. But we'll see. Even if they don't, I'm not gonna be like mad and break my TV and shit like that. I'm not that type of person. I'm just happy they won last year, and I'm still, dwelling on it. When they win, I wear all their gear. Yeah, he's playing. Yeah, he just had like a stitches in his head. He's all right though. The only person that's not playing is Tatum because he's got a wrist injury. They said he's very doubtful for tonight. But I don't think he's gonna play. We don't really need him to beat Orlando anyway. Not in my opinion. Celtics have such a great team that we don't really, as long as everybody stays healthy. I mean, Tatum obviously is a big part of the team, but without him, we can beat Orlando. Though I don't think we'll lose. But yeah, if Kristaps is playing, we're good. Unicorn. Hey, Blue Nile, I'm doing good, sweetheart. How are you? So KP, you're a Cavs fan, or you just like basketball? Last year was special for me because my Portuguese soccer team won and Celtics won, and it's the first time in my lifetime that that's happened. So I had like a double celebration, and those are my two favorite teams. So when they both won last year, it was like this can't be real. So I had like the double celebration. I had to buy double the merchandise, you know, hats, shirts, whatever, all sorts of stuff. And now a lot of it's on sale, so I've been buying it all now because it's cheaper because the season's finished. Off to the next one. Oh, cool. Yeah, football. Yeah. You mean American football or like soccer? I watch American football. I watched it more back then, but the last couple years I haven't really watched it because I'm a Patriots fan. I'm a Boston fan, period. I'm for every Boston team. I'm for the Celtics, the Bruins, the Patriots. I'm for Red Sox. I'm for all the Boston teams. I always have been. Um, but I'm a Patriots fan, and when Tom Brady left, I pretty much didn't watch it no more because that was like my favorite player. So when he left and went to Tampa and won, I was like so fucking pissed, man. I was devastated. I was like, I can't believe this shit. These guys let this guy go, and then he won another championship somewhere else in Tampa. And I'm like, this is fucking. I was so mad I didn't want to watch him no more. And ever since he left, the Patriots fell apart. And last year was so bad I didn't even want to watch. I'm still a fan, and I still watch it here and there, but I'm not like as big of a fan as I used to. Okay, cool. Blue Nile, I got your donation, sweetheart. You can ask your question when you're ready. I've been watching baseball a lot, you know. So I'm a Red Sox fan, and they're not doing too good either. They've lost more than they won, so it's kind of annoying. But the past 20 years, I've seen all of them win championships, so it's cool. It can't always be all the time, you know. But I watch all of them. As a Boston fan, I'm a very happy Boston fan because all of them in the last 20 years, all of them have won a championship. And in 2008, I was at Boston. I saw them win the championship and beat Kobe and the Lakers. So that to me was like the highlight of my sports life. Seeing the Celtics win the championship over our rivals was like the best feeling in the world. And I watched two championship games. I watched game 1 and game 2. And that was it. And then they won. So I was like happy as shit. That was like the best sports moment of my life. It was 2008 when the Celtics won. So yeah, men in their sports, Everybody knows I'm a huge sports fan. That's all I talk about. I don't really watch movies and soap operas and shit. I watch sports every day. The game comes on in another 2 hours. I'll be watching it. That's why I'm on here now. I'm just wasting time for the game. I gotta go after this anyway. I gotta go get some dinner. All right, you're finally a free woman. Oh, okay, good. So I can give you away then. I can marry you off. Oh shit, KP, that must have been a moment. Shit. Do a watch party. Yeah. I don't have too many fans like on here of sports. Not too many people in here like sports and stuff. If there was more like sports fans in here, I would do it. Yeah. All right, you're finally a free woman. You have to let go. You have let go of the ex. Do you see any positive coming my way? I had a job offer from this woman for this one modeling and another TikTok brand during their lives. How would it go? All right. Yeah. Well, my British team is Manchester United, but they're not doing too good. This is probably like their worst year. Because Bermuda is a British colony, so oh hell no. I hate Liverpool. Liverpool will win the league this year. You can have it. Yeah. But they don't like sports. They love me, but not the sports, bro. I know. I'm sure you do. I hate Liverpool too. So at least we can be friends. It's cool. Here in Bermuda, there's more Liverpool fans than there is Manchester United fans. Like there's tons of Liverpool fans here. They're flying their flags and they're all gloating. Manchester United fans like myself were kind of hiding from everybody. Yeah, if you move to Bermuda, you'll be loved. They'll love you. They'll be like, yeah, you're a Liverpool fan, yeah. All right. So as far as this like modeling gig and like this offer you got, I would say it's good, but don't expect to make too much money right away. Like if you're going in for the money, then I would say the money will be good, but you might not be happy because you might have to do a lot of dumb shit. So it's either or. It's like I feel like you'll be happy modeling, and you'll be happy with the job offer and the TikTok brand and all this stuff that you're gonna do. It'll be positive for you to be good. It'll be a successful thing. But even though you're making money, or you'll be making money and saying, fuck, is it really worth all of this? Like, I'm going through all this bullshit. And then you might have conflicts with people because, like you're a magnet for like people wanting to make a conflict with, you know? And I know about all that. I know that feeling. But at the end of the day, what I would say is when you first start to do it, you might have some issues, right? But after that, it'll be more sincere, more reasonable. It'll be more fair. The intentions will be better. As long as you line yourself up, as long as you don't give up right away. You know what I mean? You know how you start something new and you're like, what am I fucking doing here? Like, I'm making money, but this is some bullshit. Like, I'm gotta deal with John and Margaret and all these weirdos, and then they're cool the next day. Like, um, honestly, I would say like from randoms on social media. Like, I don't think it's the people that you work with because I get a successful combination between you and the people that you're asking me that are offering you this. So the combination of you working with the people is fine. It could be just the randoms from social media and the outside noise, you know? Because I'm getting it's like young people, you know? I don't get like it's the people that's offering you this job. And like I said, you might be like you might be doing all this stuff and making money, but you still might not be happy because, as much as you make, you have to spend too. Because a model, if you do modeling, for instance, I'm not a model, but I know a lot of models that tell me that, you know, they make money, but they spend a lot of money on makeup and shoes and clothes, and then they end up making money just to make themselves look like a model, you know? Like if you're not the type of person that overspends, then I would say you'll be fine. Because I see you getting the prosperity, but you still might be unhappy with like the popularity or the people like on the background talking shit. Like you can look sexy as fucks all you want. There's gonna be somebody that says, "Oh, look at this hoe," or look at this woman. Her eyebrows look like fucking centipedes crawling across her forehead. Like something that I would say. But that's all I see. Just like random bullshit. You know, I don't think it's nothing that's gonna chase you away. Like you can make money and still not be happy. You know what I mean? But I feel like you might feel like that at sometimes, but then again you might be like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. It's for a modest closing brand, so I think it will raise questions. So that's probably what I'm seeing in the cards. Then you'll be criticized by people, but you know what? That's every day. We have to deal with that in this day and age anyway. So that's why I'm saying you could be making money, but you might not be happy because of the feedback. But as long as you're making money, who gives a fuck what these people say? So if you can handle that part, then hey, why not? It's like me on here. Sometimes I answer people's questions that are the stupidest questions in the world. But as long as I make the money and I don't really care what they ask, I'm just gonna do it anyway because I got bills to pay. So if you want to ask me dumb fucking questions, then I'm gonna take your money and just be like, okay, whatever. Even though I'm not really happy about it, but sometimes we gotta do what we have to do. That's an example, but I don't want nobody to take that the wrong way. Nah, I don't consider your question stupid. But let me tell you something. Last night I was in my friend's room. My friend Marley. She has like an open room where people like come in there and ask. You have to be a subscriber, but sometimes the new subscribers they'll ask like the stupidest shit in the world, right? Um, nah, I don't think your questions are stupid. Let me tell you a stupid question. Let me tell you what a stupid question consists of. Just give me a second. I have to I'll tell you this. I have to just answer my sister real quick, and she wants me to type something to her. Hold on a sec. Um, let me see. I think I want a meat lovers pizza tonight. What you guys think? I haven't had a meat lovers pizza for ages. She's asking me what I want from the restaurant. She's gonna buy me takeout tonight. Isn't she nice? Well, the stupidest question I've ever been asked was probably uh, 2 years ago, and I got rid of the person right after they asked because I was like, I had enough of their dumb shit. But one of the stupidest questions I've ever been asked is, "Am I pregnant?" And the other stupid question is, "Where am I going to retire?" Those are probably the two dumbest questions I've been asked. And yeah, and then the question I saw yesterday in my friend Marley's room, this guy, some person named Montreux or something like that. I've never seen them before. They said, "Hi Marley, my question is, will this Aquarius speak to me in 2027?" I had to read the question twice. And I said, this can't be real. This person just asked, am I going to speak to this Aquarius? Is this Aquarius going to speak to me in 2027? And I'm a moderator in her room, and I just got rid of the person. I'm like, you get the fuck out of here. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? You're asking me if an Aquarius person is going to speak to you in 2027. You know what I'm saying? Bro thought that this is like some crystal ball shit. You think these people are over here with a crystal ball? Okay, hold on a second. We're in 2025. Okay, 2026, I got to keep on rolling the ball. And then, okay, I'm in 2027 right now. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, that person is going to speak to you. Yeah. But you have to wait, for 2 fucking years for this person to call you, to acknowledge you. And it's going to be December 31st at 11:59 on 2027 going into 2028. So you got to wait a long fucking time, bro. Yeah. When I saw that question, I had to delete it and delete the person because I'm like, you're obviously mentally ill to ask that stupid ass fucking question. But when I first came on here and I was doing free questions, a random girls will come in here and be like, "Am I pregnant?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. I didn't do anything with you last night." And everybody would laugh. And I'm like, "How the fuck do you not know you're pregnant? Go get a goddamn test. Why are you asking me for? Go to the pharmacy and get one of those tests that says minus or plus or whatever the fuck it is. Obviously you're gonna know. Did you have like unprotected sex? Duh. you know like, well, what planet are you living on? I don't care if you're pregnant or not. I'm not the daddy anyway, so I don't care. When women ask me that shit, they get me so mad. But nobody asks me stupid ass shit because I don't do free questions no more. That's one downfall of coming on here and doing free shit, because you're gonna get stupid ass questions. And then that woman that was in here, she was a client of mine, but she got out of hand. She got to the point where she was asking me shit every day, and she would just think of random dumb shit to ask me. And I used to tell her, look, stop getting readings every day. It's not healthy for you. I tell people straight up, don't get readings every day. It's not healthy for you. It's bad. It's like it becomes an obsession. You shouldn't be getting them every day. Once a week is okay, or asking something like of significance or whatever. Okay, but I ain't trying to tell people what to do. But like that's my opinion. Like every day is just too much, and this girl will come up with some random questions. Oh, does this person like me? Does this part? What did this part? What does my ex think about me right now? Or like, and she said to me, the one that got me mad was like, she was like, oh, where I know I'm only 30, but where am I going to retire? So I grabbed my cards and I said, let me tell you something, you stupid bitch. Listen to me. These cards are men and women on here, and children, and wands. It doesn't say Bermuda, Bahamas, Africa, England. It doesn't, it's no fucking map on here, you dumb hoe. And then I said, you know what? I'm had enough of you. Like, and I right clicked on her name and got rid of her. And I was like, don't ever come back in here again. You're stupid as shit. Exactly. Exactly, KP. Let me tell you, I'm so glad I don't have that problem in here no more. Because when I had everything open in here, now I have everything on subscribers mode, you know? So only my subscribers can come in here. So my subscribers don't really bother me. People don't bother me no more like that. Some people think that the question they're asking is stupid, but I'll let you call it stupid. I'm not going to sit there and call you stupid for asking a stupid question. But it might be stupid to you or to me, but at the end of the day, I'm going to answer your question, right? But if you're asking me where the fuck you're going to retire, how the fuck does the tarot cards tell you what planet you're going to retire on or what country you're going to retire on? And how the fuck am I going to know if you're 30 years old, how am I going to tell you where you're going to retire in 35 years? What the fuck you think tarot is, bro? Come on, sweetheart. Hey, Amy, how are you, sweetie? You good? We're just talking about stupid people asking stupid questions. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like there's a lot of people that I've read in the past couple years, right? That I'm saying to myself, like, yeah, you're not listening to yourself, like, You love stupid questions, I know. Because the stupid questions pay the bills, right? You're good? Good to hear. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just here talking shit as usual, having fun, talking about stupid ass shit. You know. Yeah, exactly. Everybody has free will, so it's up to you where you want to be and what you want to do. And even if I tell you you're gonna retire, in Colorado, if I tell you you're gonna retire in Colorado, you're gonna be like, well, why would I do that? And I'm like, you just asked me where you're gonna retire. The cards told me Colorado. But how did you get that? Because I just looked at the card and it had a C on it, and I said Colorado. So that's where you're gonna fucking be. You know? Like really? How the fuck am I supposed to predict that shit? Who you think I am? Yeah, exactly. All that dumb shit. That's just weird. I'm not here to do all that bullshit. And I tell people when somebody comes in here and say, "Hey, Mark, I want a general reading," and I'll say, "Well, the general readings that I do, take it or leave it, are for 30 days. So I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen in general for the next 30 days because that's what I think is appropriate. I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is a general for the next 6 months. That don't make no sense. All you need to know is for the next 30 days. That's it. Fuck, you got to know what's going to happen for 6 months. You know? People are stupid, man. They fucking irritate me. Yeah, for the next, where am I going to, some people say, oh, Oh, another question that is stupid, but people ask it every day is, see, a lot of people, a lot of the questions are stupid for one reason, because you're wording it wrong. So if you word it wrong, I'm gonna reword it for you when I ask your dumb question. See what I'm saying? So a lot of people have a bad habit of saying, "What's coming for me in love?" Now, common sense means, right? You want to know if there's somebody, that you're going to be in love with anytime soon, right? Now, when you say what's coming in love, I could say you can get a fucking cat appear at your door tomorrow and you're going to love that cat more than anything in the world. So when you ask that, right, you got to understand you're asking a dumb fucking question. Because you can love anything. You can love yourself, your dildo, your pets, your refrigerator. You can love a lot of things. So when you say what's coming in love for me, it can be anything. So you got to be specific. And that's why I try to tell people, don't worry about it. I'll reword it when I shuffle the cards. So if you ask me right now, hey Mark, I'm single and I want to know what's coming for me in love, right? So I'm gonna shuffle the cards and I'm gonna say, look, Blue Nile wants to know if she's gonna be in love with some guy in the next, like, is she gonna meet somebody or be in love with this guy in the next like couple months or whatever. Just tell me what you see. That's what I'm gonna say to spirit when I'm shuffling these cards. I'm not gonna say what's coming in love for Blue Nile, because then the cards are gonna tell me some bullshit. It's not gonna tell me what the answer is, because you're not asking it, you're not asking the question right, and I have to redo the question when I shuffle because it's not specific enough. Exactly. Yep. So people, a lot of readers don't even understand that. A lot of readers would say, okay, what's coming in for so and so? What's coming in? Your fucking bills at the end of the month. That's what's coming in. You might not love it either. And then some people say, oh, what's the other question some people ask me, man? It's fucking hilarious. They just say, oh, what's my ex thinking about, what is my ex thinking right now about me? I'm like, why the fuck would you want to know what he thinks about you or she thinks about you right now? Who fucking cares? If that's your ex, then that mofo is banging somebody else. So why the fuck you want to know about them for? Me, I never ever will ask about my exes. Oh, hell no. I don't care what you think about me right now, woman. And I don't even care who you're banging. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Leave me alone. Right, exactly. That's what I do. I'll reword it. Because there's no way in hell I'm going to shuffle my cards and said, what love is coming in for this person. It don't work that way. I can't work that way. It doesn't sound right. You know? My favorite is when someone asks me a question, I give them an answer, but because it's not what they want to hear, they try to say, well, this other reader says this. Exactly. Right. I get those people too. Exactly. Or they actually think in their mind that this person still thinks about them. Yeah, if you're going to multiple readers, that's a big problem too, because you're going to get different answers. And about that, you know what, Amy, about that multiple readers thing, a lot of people think that if I tell you right now, look, you come to me, if you're coming to me and you're getting like the predictions are happening, right? And I'm your favorite reader. But you want to ask somebody else just to see if they are just as good or they get the same answer even, right? So once you do that, spirits already said, I just put this damn person in front of Mark because Mark's going to tell them the fucking right answer, right? And you're going to somebody else to get another goddamn answer after I've already fucking told you the damn answer. So why the hell are you going to go to somebody else? You think spirit is flying around all over these channels and saying, oh shit, Mark's getting a reading from Truly Divine Tarot. Oh shit, let me go in her room and give him the answer. Oh shit, readings by KP. Mark's in there asking about fucking Susie Sue or fucking this hoe he was banging. He wants to know what, blah, blah, That spirit ain't doing that shit. They ain't gonna waste that damn time. They're gonna just put their hand on their head saying, you fucking idiot. I just gave you the goddamn answer. Why the hell are you going somewhere else? You know what I'm saying? Spirit's not gonna be here entertaining you like that. They put you in the right place for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're gonna go to multiple, and another thing, hey Dan, how you doing? Another thing is if a reader says you should not go to nobody but me, then that's wrong too. Because that reader is like wanting you to spend all your money and time on them. And if a reader says to a client that comes to them every day, oh yeah, sure, I'll do your reading or whatever, and I want you to come here every day and take your money and take your pride and take your obsession as a joke, then you as a reader are gonna get zapped by spirit. Spirit's gonna make something happen where you're not gonna get that person no more, or that person is gonna see that you only want money and you don't really give a fuck about them. You see what I'm saying? So it's either you understand the whole concept of what you're doing, or you're gonna get fucked. And then when you do, there's no turning back, because then you lose the trust of people and spirit and that person that you was like encouraging their obsession. You see what I'm saying? That's why I always tell people the beginning of this year, when January 1st appeared this year, I made myself a promise that I'm not going to tell people anymore. If you want me to be your karma, I'm going to be your karma. This year, I'm going to be your karma. And what I mean by that is, if you want to come in here every single day and get a reading from me, I'm going to allow you to do it. And if I tell you over and over the same shit, the same answer, and I tell you, look, it's not good to get a reading every day, and you say, fuck you, I don't care, you do what I tell you, and I'm paying you, and you have to answer my questions. See, that's where it all goes downhill. But you know what? I promised myself I'm not going to tell people to not get a reading every day, because it's your karma. If you're coming to me every day, paying me to listen to the same shit and to get a reading every day, it's your obsession, and it becomes your karma and your fault. It's nothing to do with me no more. I'm not going to sit here and tell you every goddamn day not to do it. Because if you don't listen to me, you're just going to go to somebody else. And then that's going to become even worse for you again. Because you keep doing it. You keep doing it and you keep doing it. And if you do something every day, it becomes an obsession. But not too many people, not too many readers are going to discourage you from getting a reading because they want your money. And they're going to be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm taking their shit. I don't care. That's wrong, because then you become less of a psychic and less trusted by people and by spirit. And it's unhealthy. It really is. Hey, Shania, how you doing? Hey, Ann. Hey, Tanya. So I know you guys, there's a few readers in here now. Readings by KP, Truly Divine Tarot. These are my fellow reader friends, and they know exactly what I'm saying. And a lot of us have psychic abilities and things like that. But people got to understand it becomes an obsession and an addiction if you keep doing it every single day. It's very unhealthy and it's unnecessary. And I got tired of telling people, no, don't do it. Don't get another reading. And some readers will be like, hey, Mark, fuck these people. Take their money. No, it's not about your money. I don't need your fucking money. I need you to respect yourself and respect spirit, respect me, respect the fact that it's not right to do. You know, it's just not good. Every day is an abuse. An obsession. It's an addiction. Like you don't have to know every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why like I try and discourage people to get readings every single day and by multiple readers. Because when you do that, you put yourself in a very fucked up situation mentally, and it's not good. But, people don't listen to me, they just hear me. So I'm like, you know what? This year, I'm not going to discourage nobody from doing anything. You want to pay me for readings? I'm going to fucking well answer your question and I become your karma. So don't tell me I didn't tell you so. It's not my problem no more. It's your problem now. Your problem is going to be your problem, not mine. You want to pay my bills? Go right ahead. Don't complain to me when I tell you. And if something don't happen, it's because spirit's trying to discourage you from doing what you're doing, but you didn't listen. So now it's got to happen in a different way. This type of stuff should only be used in a decent, respectful way, not as an obsession or an addiction. That's where it all goes downhill. Me personally, I don't really get readings no more. I just let my life unfold. If I do get a reading, it's something like regular or somewhere. I just feel like getting one. That's all. But it's not every day. Hell no. Maybe once a month I get a reading. Or if somebody wants to switch with me, if I have reader friends, I'll read for them, they'll read for me. You know? That's it. Let me catch up with the chat here. Twin flames. Uh, twin flames are a very difficult subject to talk about because a lot of people believe in it and a lot of people don't. But uh my whole belief about twin flames is it's just another word for soulmates, partners. They all mean the same thing. And some people say, no, no, no. Twin flame is a special connection. If you have a special connection, that means you're married for 30 years. That's a special connection. That's what it's called, being married for 30 years. Being married for 60 years is a twin flame connection. A twin flame connection ain't no lust over some fucking person you had sex with or a person that that's yours but you can't have them. People like make all these names up for bullshit, but you can believe whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you that it doesn't exist. If it exists for you, it can exist in a different way than I look at it. And whatever I say is not, I'm not telling you I'm perfect and I know everything. I'm just telling you my opinion. That's all. It's just my opinion. And if you think that twin flames exist and it's a thing, then hey, that's what you believe in. Just like how I believe in God and you might not. So everything, it's all about what you believe in. You know. Yeah, I mean, a twin flame should be a good thing, right? Because you're my twin and you're my flame. You know. So it's a good thing. It should never be trauma. It should never be a bad thing. It should never be a bad word. You know. Yeah, that's true. Okay, Tanya, waiting for somebody to fix the laptops. Yeah, that's true, Blue Nile. If it is so great, then why it's not like a thing? And that's why I always say, A twin flame connection to me is people that have been together for years because you mirror each other. You're each other's twin. It's just like a friendship. I can be friends with you my whole life right up until the day I die. Another twin flame relationship could be you and a pet, you and your pet being together for years. That was your shadow, your person, your dog, your cat, whatever. It can be labeled as many things. But twin flame is just another thing that a psychic can bullshit you on. Because they'll be sitting there shuffling damn cards talking about, oh, Mark, this person, Susie Sue from down the street, she told me, the cards say that, she's your twin flame. She's not your soulmate, but she's your twin flame. I'm like, okay. All right. So what does that mean? Oh, this means that you're going to have, it's going to be difficult, but you're both going to love each other. You probably were fucking in your past life. Oh, what's a past life? Oh, well, just pay me $100. I'll tell you some more. Okay, here's $100. Okay, well, look, I was thinking, right? This person, Susie Sue, like, even though they're married to somebody else, oh, they're fucking married. So how the fuck they're my soulmate? Well, it's like it's twin flames are very difficult, Mark, because this person can get a divorce next year, and then you meet them at Walmart in aisle 41, and then you start fucking in aisle 42. That's your twin flame, Mark. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I have it all written out here. I got your Akashic records. I got all this bullshit that I'm gonna make up and all these fancy words. And if you don't know anything about psychic shit, then I'm gonna bullshit you for another $100. Pay me, dumbass. And I'm only saying this because this is what's happened to a lot of people. The best is the ones on TikTok. They come out there, got the big ass candle, and like, yeah, I'm gonna light this candle for you and Johnny. And after I light this candle, Johnny's gonna get down on one knee after knowing you for one day, and he's gonna propose to you because he's your twin flame. And when I light this damn candle and it gets down to here, you're gonna see love. Just invite me to your wedding because I like cake. Oh shit, man. Honestly, I've seen it all and heard it all from these psychics. They make me laugh, man. There's something else. Thank God I know a lot of decent psychics and decent people now. But I remember, man, even on TikTok, that shit was making me die. I was laughing so much. This woman, she had a big round table with like 50 candles, and she had a pen, and she'd be like, "What's your name? Mark? Okay, cool. $25 by Cash App, and I'll write your name. And who do you want to be? What other name do you want on the candle? Oh, Blue Nile? Okay, no problem. You and Blue Nile will be fucking by next week. As soon as this candle finishes burning, you two will be fucking. I guarantee it. For $25, I could change your life and light this motherfucking candle." I know, right? And you know what? This woman that I'm talking about with the candles, I ain't never seen her ever since. Because you know why? What they do is, right? They say, if I can sell 8 candles just today, I'm going to make $200. At 25 each, 8 candles, I'm going to make $200. So I can scam 8 people, make $200, and that's going to pay for some of my bills. That's it. That's what they're thinking. They ain't worried about you. They're just gonna bullshit you. And after they light that candle live, it's the same one. And they just relight it, or they just light another one, and then that's it. They bullshit you. Oh, bullshit. Yeah, there you go. See that Blue Nile? You'd be good to go. Go to Walmart, get them $2 candles. put a little sticker on it with some names on it, make it look all fancy. Yeah, send that 25 to my PayPal, my Cash App. By next week, you'll be fucking. You'll be good. You'll be married by Christmas. Trust me. Oh shit, man. I tell you, man. Candle stuff does work sometimes, but you have to like have a serious like, intention. It can work, but it has to be like done in a decent way, but not that way. Candle manifestation and candle work is to bring in things. It's not to like form a union between you and somebody. No, that ain't gonna happen. Don't think you're gonna light a red candle every day so Johnny can come fuck you tomorrow. That ain't gonna work. That's all bullshit. Yeah, there you go. $50 and throw in some incense. Yeah, it works because I used to light a green candle when I had in 2014, 2015, business wasn't that great. And it was like 3 months went by, I weren't getting any work. So what I did was I got a green candle and I did some meditation. I asked spirit to help me and I lit the green candle and I lit it for like 3 or 4 days straight and I prayed over the candle. I even wrote my name on the label. And my intention was to always light it and pray over it and say, please God, give me some work. I need some money. Things is like not going too well. It's been 3 months. I need like, can you please give me some work so I can make some money? I never said, please give me money. I just said, please give me some work so I can make some money. And after like the third day, I got telephone call. Hey, Mark, I got a job for you. When can you do it? And I said, I'll come see it right now and I can work for you. I can do it in 2 days' time. I didn't want to sound desperate, right? And that job got me another job and another one, and everything was fine ever since. But like it took 3 days for it to like come to manifestation. But it was like, serious intentions. I wasn't just lighting it and then go eat some fucking strawberries and then be like, watching that candle burn, looking at my phone. That's what people think. I'm gonna light this candle. Yeah, please God, give me some money. I just lit this green candle so it should work. Let me go eat some fucking popcorn and watch Netflix. And when the candle's been there for like an hour, I'll probably make some money. All right, there. You keep fucking thinking that. There has to be an intention, you know. KP, she be doing all sorts of shit. You gotta watch out for her. Yeah, exactly, Brunei. When your intentions are pure, you'll get the opportunity. Absolutely. Yeah, I know. If it falls into the wrong hands, but the thing is, the only way like devilish shit comes to fruition is if a person is not like grounded and believes in God and all that stuff. Like if you don't believe in nothing, you think you're immortal, the devil will get to you through a spell for sure. It'll definitely happen. You know that definitely will happen. You can definitely get to somebody through a spell if they're not connected with God and connected with like higher spiritual powers and shit. But they can get to you though. They can slip in there. They can get you even if you're a believer. They can get you sometimes. It all depends, like you know. But if you believe in those type of things, then it'll affect you. It'll definitely affect you if you believe in it. And that's the whole thing about spells. So if when people come in here and say, oh, do I have someone putting black magic on me? And I'm not going to shuffle my cards because I don't want that energy in my shit. So I would tell the person, I'm not answering that question. But I can tell you something right now. If you believe that somebody is doing black magic on you or put a spell on you, then it is going to happen because you're already believing that it can happen to you. Now, if you shrug it off and say, who God blesses, no man can touch. So if you have the mentality that no spell is going to get me, no devil can get me, and nobody's going to be able to push shit on me, then if your mentality is I'm immortal and no one can touch me through a spell, then that's all you have to think. But if you start to believe it, it'll manifest in your mind and you'll get zapped. That's my opinion on that. Because I've had people in here years ago. This woman came in here and she said to me, because me and her argued about something, and then she says, you don't know me, I'm a witch, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. This is during my live one time. She said, I'm gonna put a spell on you and your dog. And I'm like, oh, really? I said, well, guess what? You just put yourself in a lot of trouble, sweetheart. Oh, you keep thinking that you're gonna. Nah, 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 nah. So one of her friends, one of the people that introduced me to her, told me a week later that she fell down a bunch of steps and broke her ribs. And I said, oh, really? I said, well, that's what she gets for fucking with me. There you go. Don't be going in people's room talking about I can put a spell on you and your dog and I'll fuck you up. You don't know me and this and that. Look, you fell down the steps, you dumb hoe. That's what you got for talking shit. You shouldn't have talked no dumb shit like that. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know. When you say stupid shit like that, it backfires on you. You manifest your own bullshit. And when my friend told me that, she goes, look, Mark, you are right. People that do that shit, they end up doing it to themselves. I'm like, yeah, because they say shit to the wrong people. You keep thinking you're a witch. This ain't fucking Halloween 24/7. Fuck you think this is? You're only a witch on Halloween when you dress up, ho. You can't do nothing. Hey, but some people would try. I'd say about a month ago, I was in here all by myself, and there was like two people in my room, and I started to get like a hot sensation. But I was live, but I was looking at Facebook. I was on it like, and I didn't know somebody was in here, so I started feeling like kind of weird. So then I went back over and I saw two people in here, and I was like, "What the fuck do you two think you're doing in here?" So they were trying to like do shit to me while I was live because I wasn't paying attention. So then I called them out and they both left the room, right? And then I went on like a rant right after and said, if you think you're going to come in here and do shit to me tonight, you're going to see what your life is going to be. Because people who do that shit to the wrong people, it end up backfiring on them. It's end up backfiring on them. And that's what probably happened to those idiots. Yeah, both of them were in here. I started feeling all weird. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm saying, I've been fine all this time. I saw these two people in here. I said, yeah, these motherfuckers are in here acting up. And then that was it. It happened to me like a month ago. But you see, I weren't paying attention. I weren't like in here right now talking and stuff. I was just like, I was surfing the web. I was live. I was only on here for like 10 minutes and nobody was in here. And I had went to go like look at Facebook and see what somebody was saying. Next thing you know, bang, they had an opportunity to try and get me when I weren't paying attention. And I was like, yep, there you go. But that's what people do. They'll come in your room. See, on here, on here it's difficult because right now it says 8 people are in here, but I don't even know these people that are in here. Not everybody's talking. Not everybody is going to be in here and not talking and not probably, I don't know, all 8 people, right? So, and that's the thing. When you're on Instagram, every person who comes in your room, you see who they are in your chat. But on here, unfortunately, I can't see everybody. And that's the only downfall of being on here is people can come in your room and you don't know who they are. And that's fucked up. And as I said that, they disappeared. See what I mean? So like, people come and go in here, but you can't see who logs in and who comes off. And on Instagram is nice because anybody who comes in, they can, they're in there. I wish that was like this on here. I really do wish that was the case. See, you can come in here and not say anything and just be like trying bullshit or listening to shit and try and conjure up bullshit all the time. That's what they did to me years ago. This person came in here. I knew exactly who they are anyway. They came in here and they edited my videos and put it up on another channel and all that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I just finished saying like I sensed the negative energy that those two people were putting on me. And when you sense it, you get like hot and you feel like you have like I took off my hat. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh shit. I like somebody's trying to get me, like zap me. That's what I say. I say somebody's trying to zap me. Because when you go into a room of people, somebody's energy could be so bad that it'll affect you. That's happened to me. That happens to me plenty of times. That's why I don't really go into big crowds anymore. Because I can feel that negative energy. It's sad, but sometimes we feel it and we just try. The best way to disconnect from it, right, is to automatically say out loud or to yourself, you can't get me. It ain't happening. Don't even think about it. I don't want nothing to do with this energy. Please, spirit does take that shit away from me. Disconnect me from that shit, please. I don't want it. But see, we're all human beings. Our emotions are gonna be felt. If you're around somebody that's very toxic, they're a part of the demonic world. They're a part of like the devil's works. So you're if you're in the same place, they're not gonna feel your positivity, but they can drain your positivity to make them better. A bad person can always make a good person feel bad, but a good person can't always make a bad person feel good. You got me? It's hard to like, the thing is like you have to like put it in your mind. You have to really, really tell your mind, look, you can't, I'm not taking this. I'm not dealing with this bullshit. I'm not taking on this energy. I'm not going to get zapped. I can't, take on this bullshit energy. It's not happening. And you can even like go like this and be like, nope, I'm not doing it. Nope. I'm gonna you start what I do is I take off my glasses, I take off my hat, I start like walking around, I'll focus on something else. Like I'll just go to a calendar and be like, okay, tomorrow's the 26th. Okay, I gotta do this. I'll just start manipulating my mind to think of something else so I don't have to think about the negative energy that I'm absorbing right now through this fucking person. You have to like do that shit. You have to find a way to manipulate your mind from not thinking about that and thinking about something else. You know? I don't know if you ever heard me tell people on here, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm stressed out, and I'm worried," and I'll say, "Just think about me," and they'll start laughing, right? Because some women will be like squawk, like out here laughing like shit, and they'll be like, Mark's always talking shit, like somebody come think of him or something. I'll be like, yeah, just think of some D. Just think about me next to you tonight, and they'll start laughing automatically. So I'm already changed your whole vibe and changed your mentality, right? Because I'm making you laugh. I'm putting myself, in your mind. So that's what you got to do. You got to like put something in your mind to undo the bullshit. It's that simple. You know? That's my remedy, is to do that. Yeah, damn right. You and many others. I love everybody when they sleep. Because that way you don't bother me. Now that's my favorite saying. I love you when you sleep. I say that to my nephews all the time. They're like, good night, Uncle Mark. I'm like, good night. I love you when you sleep. And they say it before me now. They're like, love you, bro, when you sleep. It's like a thing now. I got that embedded in everybody's mind now. That's what you got to do. You got to manipulate your mind from when you feel those flashes or you feel that sensation of negativity. You got to just divert your mind into thinking in something good. So the next time you think about, or the next time your friends give you some toxic energy, just think about me. You're like, yep, Marky. I'm thinking about Marky right now, and he told me to manipulate my mind. He told me to think about him. I'm doing that right now. Boom. Next thing you know, I come live, and you be like, oh shit, I was just thinking about you. Oh boy. See? That's spirit saying, I tell you, be thinking about him, dummy. There you go. Every problem solved. See? It was just like my friend Joanna was in here last night, right? And she says, good night, Mark. Sweet dreams. I said, as long as you're dreaming about me, then we're good. I'll dream about you if you dream about me. And she goes, ha ha, let's do it. See, so I'm already like, I want everybody to like laugh and have like a positive mindset. So I was always told, make sure you go to bed happy. Because if you go to bed mad, you're going to wake up mad. You know? So you don't want that. You want to go to sleep happy. So when I leave here, I always tell everybody, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll talk shit, leave you with a laugh. Laughter is the healer. Even though I don't know some of you like that, I always joke around and just talk shit, and have fun. You know, you got to. You gotta like be positive so that even when you get zapped, because everybody can be fucked with. You know what I'm saying? Because like I can have an argument with Ann right now, right, and we'll be fucking each other off, and then like I'll feel like so mad that I don't even want to come back on here, right? This is just an example. I'll be like all pissed off, but I can always say, you know what? I'm gonna delete her so I don't have to get in another argument ever again because my mentality would be like I need to get rid of her because I argue with her every single day. So if you don't solve the problem, then the problem's still gonna be there. That's why like there's nobody in here that I want to get rid of because ain't nobody bothering me like that. But if you start like making me mad, or if anybody makes anybody mad in your life, you gotta like disconnect from the person because if not, you're still gonna be connected to the negativity. And if that person has shit going on, they're gonna include you in their bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So that's why there's a lot of joking in here. We always joke with each other. We rile each other up, talk shit, tease each other. But as long as it's a respectful thing, then we're fine. But if any of us have a problem, we'll talk it out. And that's the way it should be. We're adults. You know what I'm saying? If you have a problem with me, just say, hey Mark, look, please don't do that. And I've had one of my close friends come in here, and I have a bad habit of using the word retarded, right? And there's some people in here who have retarded people in their family, and they think it's disrespectful to use it. But everybody knows I'm using it as a definition of a person who is dumb. You know, I'm not saying it as a disrespectful thing. I'm using it as a definition of a dumb person or a person that's fucking stupid. Because most retarded people can't function. So people always use the word retarded in a way to describe a stupid person. It doesn't mean it's a disrespectful thing to say, but to some people it is. So when my friend came in here and said, "Hey, Mark, I really, I got enough love for you, but please don't say that like no more. Like try not to say it." I'm like, "All right, cool. Like I won't." You know what I'm saying? I was saying, "I'm glad you told me because I don't want to use that term when you're around. Or if I slip up, I apologize. I don't mean it in a bad way." And she says, "Oh, I know you don't mean it in a bad way. It's just that when I'm here, I don't like to hear it because, I have, a person in my family that's like that." And I totally respected her. And every time I see her, I still got love. I still love her and I still care about her 100%. And I don't use that term no more. When, I try not to use it at all now because it bothers people. So if I don't, if you're a close friend of mine and you don't want me to use a certain term around you, then I won't. I could have said, "Fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyway. You don't like it, fuck you. This is my," and I could have switched up on her. But why? You know, she's my good friend. I've known her for years. I never knew she had someone in her family like that. But she had the courage to tell me, "Look, Mark, I just don't like you doing it." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I was totally okay with it. I wasn't offended by it at all. But that's why I like talking to everybody and about certain things because we should all talk it out. We should not like hide from each other. We should all say, "Hey, look, I prefer if you didn't say that. I prefer if you didn't tease me or something like that. I prefer you didn't say this." It's cool. I don't mind. Hey Maria, how you doing? Okay, Ann. Take care. The question is, Maria, did you get the D? No, I'm only joking. Okay, Dan. Yeah, I'm gonna leave here in a few seconds anyway, because I'm gonna get my dinner. I got pizza. I'm having a meat lovers pizza tonight. I'll think about it. No, I'm coming back tonight. But if you want it now, you can. Blue Nile, I appreciate you coming by. It was nice talking to you, and I'm glad we all got to talk amongst each other and have fun and talk shit. And I hope, um, my advice, um, you know, reflects on what you do next time you feel those sensations. Even if you don't want to think about me, you can think about some hot guy with a six pack or something like that's cool. And now that I know you're for Liverpool, I still won't disown you. You know what I'm saying? I'll still be cool with you. Good night, Luna. Take care. It's up to you. If you want to do it now, go right ahead. But if you don't want to, then I'll do it. We'll do it later. It's up to you. It's all about when you want it. Okay, boo. Nah, that's cool. Hugs, not drugs. Okay, Maria. No problem. We can't be like this, to make somebody jealous. These women are in here, they be jealous. Don't be jealous that me and Blue Nile's cuddling, okay? Don't be jealous. We're only cuddling. I'm just waiting for my sister to tell me when the food's here. She ordered me a pizza. I'm having pizza tonight. Pizza tonight. And the game comes on. Let me see when the game comes on. I wonder if it's 8 or 8:30. Now, let me see when this game comes on tonight. I think it should be 8:30. No, it's 8 o'clock. Shit. That's like a couple minutes. Fuck. All right, Maria, we're gonna do your reading and then I'm good. Oh yeah, yeah. My oldest nephew is 22 and my youngest is 15. There is the oldest is 22, 20, 19, 18, 17, and 15. Yeah. No, I'm talking about the girls might be jealous when they hear you say we're cuddling, you know. These girls might be jealous, you know. They'll be like, oh shit, Mark's cuddling with a 20-something-year-old fucking perv. We're only joking, guys. We're only joking, guys. And even if we weren't, it's none of your business who I cuddle with. Maria says she'll cuddle with me, even though she's with Walter. She says she'll still cuddle with me, right, Maria? Cuddling's harmless. You know, we just won't tell Walter. That's all. Now let me stop talking shit. All right. All right. Yeah, I know you'll hug me. See, I'll hug you back. It's cool. It's okay. It's nothing wrong with hugging. I know you love Walter. It's cool. You can love somebody and hug somebody. It's okay. I won't tell nobody. All right, let me see what you wrote here. He told me he's going to be working at his buddy's house. He was driving 3 hours and staying overnight and coming back tomorrow. He came to see me during work hours, kissed me and hugged me and some quickie D. Ooh, I see. So he made sure he took care of the coochie before he left. That's a good man. That's the type of man I am. I always take care of the coochie before I leave. It's getting dark here now. Tanya's back again. Okay, I do see Walter with another guy. You said his friend. I see him with this person, and he's working hard. So he's working at his house. He's telling you the truth, all that stuff. Or he's like, if this guy might be his old friend or a friend that he's known for a long time. So I see an old friend, a reunion, a guy. This guy being upset because he's got all this work to do, and like Walter's going there to work hard and make sure he helps. So it's like I got a reunion here, old friends, having a good time, working, getting things done, things like that. There's no like bullshit going on. Okay, good, Tanya. I'm glad they rescheduled. Nah, I don't see no women here at all. I see a guy here and working with a guy. I don't see like no women here. He ain't going to the strip club or nothing. You're good. I would have went, but that's cool. Yeah, he thinks you are his world. He thought you looked really good today. He thought you looked very nice. Because when I get the world card, that's a woman in a circle that's, beautiful to that person. He's mentally like still drained. He thinks about you a lot. He's disappointed that he can't be with you this weekend because he's got to go to his friend's house. But he knows that when he comes back, he'll make it better. He'll make things, right. He'll make things okay again. So I don't get nothing bad here. All good things. I see him working hard, doing what he's doing. I know you said he works all the time. I got the Seven of Pentacles, and that's a guy that's like drained from working all the time. But he's definitely at this person's house, and he definitely thinks that he could depend on you, and he just wants to make sure that he does what he does. But everything's good between you and him. I don't get nothing bad here at all good cards, actually. All good things. He's just mentally thinking about you. He might even call you while he's out there and say, hey, look, just checking in on you. How you doing? He might even send you pictures of him working at his friend's house. That's what I'm getting. So when he comes back, he'll be happy again. But he thinks that he kind of feels like he's disappointing you because he's not going to see you this weekend. Yeah, of course. Like I just told you, you got the World card. So when I get the World card, a lot of people take it as something else. But when I get it in a relationship vibe, it means that person thinks that you are their everything. Like they look at you at the highest level. Like you're attractive to them. You like he always thinks about you. Of course he does. Of course. Why do you think he doesn't love you? Of course he loves you. Why wouldn't he? He probably loves you more when you're asleep. That's like me. I love all women when they sleep. They're so beautiful when they sleep. That means they ain't talking and they ain't aggravating me. I love all women when they sleep. When they're sleeping like this and dreaming, hey, I love them so much. They're so nice and peaceful. Leave me alone. So there you go. That's why you got the World card, because he's attracted to what you look like. Yeah, he probably does. He's actually upset that he didn't take you. Yep. Yep. That's exactly why, Tanya. That's why Phil was a smart man. He was like, yep, look at this damn woman. I got her sleeping on my phone. And this is when I love her so much, when she don't aggravate me and don't talk to me and, don't annoy me. Now I'm just teasing. I know he loves you. He still does. And of course, I love all of you when you sleep. All right, let me turn on my light real quick. Hold on. Oh shit, wrong light, dumbass. I'll pull you a love card. Okay? I got love cards. I'll pull you a love card before I go. I'm just waiting for my pizza. My sister ain't texted me yet. All right, let me see. Yeah, I'm having meat lovers pizza tonight. I'm just waiting for my sister. I think I don't know. Actually, I just heard the car. Didn't I just hear the car leave? Will the car come back? Hold on a second. Yeah. I just heard the car come back, so the pizza's probably next door. All right, I'm gonna go after this. All right, this is your card, Maria. And it says, Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as an ocean. See, you said, I can tell he wanted to be with me. And then you said something about if only he knew how much I love him. See, this is him. Look deep into your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is deep as the ocean. So if you're doubting your love, there's no need to, see? You just got it just now. Oh shit, you just melted? Oh good lord. I knew I shouldn't have gave that card. All right, Tanya, I'm gonna give you a card before I go. You're welcome, Maria, anytime, sweetheart. Mucho besos. All right, Tanya, this is your card. And it says reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and faith that all will work out for the best. So, this pertains to what happened today. So you got to give it some space right now. Trust and faith that all will work out for the best. And that's all you can do. Reflection. And that's all that matters. Yeah. See, there you go. Okay. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I need to go eat my pizza. And I'm going to go watch the game because the game's coming on now too. So after the game, it's going to be like 10:30, 11. I'll be back on at 10:30, 11. Hopefully Marley comes on tonight. We can go hang out with her first and then come back over here tonight. But I'll be back on. It's 8 o'clock here. I'll be back on like 11 o'clock. Actually, just speaking Marley. Marley's on right now. Marley's on right now, literally. She's just come on. All right, Tanya, see you over Marley's. I might be over there. Yeah, she's coming on right now. I just got her notification. Literally just now, she just came on. That's crazy. So I'm going to go watch the game, and I'll see you guys in there. Bye, Maria. Take care. Bye, Tanya.